Hello everybody, this is a very quick introduction to topic 9, international marketing. So by the end of this week, you should understand why businesses might enter international markets or why they might not. You should understand some different ways in which they can enter international markets. You should understand how they might adapt their marketing mixes for different markets in different countries. And you should understand how they might organise their business for international marketing. So this is the process that businesses tend to go through when they're thinking about trading internationally. And we're going to look at each one of these in a little bit more detail now, starting with looking at the global marketing environment. So if you're a business right now thinking about trading internationally, the first thing that you would be very wise to do would be to look at what's going on in the world. And right now, the most important thing that's happening in the business environment is coronavirus, isn't it? Does that make it a good time for your business to enter international markets or a bad time? How is that affecting the economy in different countries? How is that affecting the social life in different countries? Is it threatening the political stability of some countries? Maybe if you're a technology company, this is a great time to enter an international market. But this is a starting point, looking at what's happening, going on in the world. But it's not just about being outward looking. Businesses also need to look at themselves. Why do we want to go international? Is it because we've got more competition at home? Or do we just want to grow? Do we think there might be more opportunities in international markets? So once a business has made that decision, yes, we want to enter international markets, then they need to think about which markets, which countries. Well, that depends. It depends on what we as a company want to achieve. It depends on how many sales we want to make, how big we want that business to be. How many countries do we think we can cope with operating in, and therefore what types of country do we want to enter? And that last one is where we go back to the pestle analysis, because that helps us to evaluate each market. So we can look at each country in terms of, is it politically stable? Is the economy such that it will support our business? All of those things on the pestle. So we've decided which markets we're going to enter, which countries. Now we're going to think about how. Should we just export? That's the easiest way. It's not too risky. But it's not necessarily the most profitable way. Perhaps instead we should set up a joint venture, because if we join up with a business that's already in the country we're going to, they will understand the customers in that country. They will understand the laws. It will take some of the risk out of the process for us, but of course we'll have to share the profit. Perhaps the most profitable way is if we build a factory in the country that we're thinking of selling in. We set up our own business there. Now, this is going to require a lot of investment, and therefore it's risky, but it's potentially the most profitable. So we've decided how we're going to go into the market now, and now we're going to think about, what about our marketing mix? Are we going to sell the same products at the same prices using the same promotion strategies as we did in our home market, or are we going to adapt our marketing mix to each market? So, for example, if we look at products and communication strategies, we could have the same products, we could adapt the product, we could develop entirely new products. The same with communications. What about price? Should we have the same price right across the world? Or do we need to think about what different customers in different countries can afford if we want to be successful? Look at this example. This chart shows us the global prices for a Big Mac in January of last year. And we can see that McDonald's has very much an adapted marketing strategy, in as much as it charges very different prices in different countries. The cheapest price there, Russia, the most expensive, Switzerland. So we've looked at the marketing mix. The last thing we need to think about is how we manage those international marketing activities, how we organise our business. So